Hi Pisces, this is LunarticksTarot with a reading for anyone who identifies with the Piscean energy during the second half of August 2018. Please do feel free to watch your other signs, your moon, ascendant, sun, and or any other energies that interest you at this time or any given time. It looks like you might be in for some celebration around the end of this month. Be careful about drinking toward the end, around the 27th-ish, around that full moon, Pisces. I would say to any sign. I do say to lots of signs. Pisces, I will not go into the tedious nitty-gritty details about why I couldn't get a reading up for you before now, but I did want to mention that I was able to put a couple readings up for the collective. I did love reading up for, I posted a love reading for the Leo season. So we have a few days left in Leo season now, right? And if at this time you are particularly interested in a loving relationship, not necessarily a romantic relationship, but especially that, then that might be of particular interest to you. It's titled something along the lines of Leo Season's Love Notes. It is for all signs. It's choose a card, or in this case, choose a stone. And it is time stamped for you, so you do not have to sit through the long intro. It is even longer than this one. The other reading for the collective that I did that I wanted to mention was a reading for the Leo energy at the time of the solar eclipse. I meant to do one for everyone, but I did get that Leo one finished, and you know, we all have a house that is governed more or less by Leo, and I think at that time with the new supermoon in Leo, and the partial eclipse energy as well, the final eclipse energy of that eclipse season, I think we could all relate to the Leo season or the Leo energy in general. So if you're still reeling from eclipse energy, that might be a great reading to check out. It looks like you're coming away from some disagreements, Pisces. Possibly some egoic drama, petty disagreements, possibly some tiffs with people close to you, friends, frenemies, and or family members. Maybe some disagreements where at first you were sort of play fighting. some disagreements where it just wasn't taken seriously at first. There were jokes involved, but ultimately it progressed, and people weren't, as was already in the subtext, as was already foreshadowed, people seriously weren't happy about these, you know, about the you know, the disagreement about whatever it was that you were on opposite sides of. But you're moving away from that energy at this time, so that was probably in the beginning of August for you, what we missed. And the Wheel of Fortune represents you now, Pisces. So, I think you have a fated opportunity at the end of August, is what it feels like to me. And normally, opportunities with the Wheel of Fortune are ones that we don't have much control over, but it's our job not to miss the opportunity. Exactly when it presents itself is out of our hands. Exactly how it presents itself is out of our hands. Subconsciously, though, you are in the energy of the Seven of Pentacles, which represents to me success. Success that still requires some work. But just the final stretch of work. Normally, usually an easy stretch of work. A stretch of work that one does while already being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So to speak, while we're already being able to see the fruits that they, the goods that they will harvest. It's a sure thing. They just have to finish this last stretch of work, and then they will enjoy their success. But doing that last stretch of work is actually success itself. That is experiencing completing your success. I don't know what that has to do with the fight you just came away from, the disagreements, yet. Let's get a clarifier on both of these, the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Pentacles. But yeah, it's like this fated opportunity is actually something that you've been working towards. You've seen it coming, and now that you're here, turns out it's something that has been, you know, was already fated. Maybe you've known that all along. Maybe you made it so, Pisces. Another thought that keeps coming to mind is that you are, since the Wheel of Fortune to me speaks of a fated opportunity, but it is representing you. A thought that keeps coming to me is that you are the fated opportunity for someone else or in a situation. But in any case, you are one with it. Okay. Wow. The Two of Pentacles. It's like okay, well, sometimes with the Seven of Pentacles, even though, you know, that last stretch of work, that is success itself, because you're sure success will come if you complete that work. Sometimes it's also a reminder that we mustn't grow complicit. Sometimes it speaks to success not happening quickly enough for someone. Sometimes it speaks to a success that is not what one thought it would be. Maybe these disagreements you're coming away from were with someone you hoped would be here or in your present moment sharing your success with you, and they're not. That sometimes pops up around the Seven of Pentacles for me. But this success is one that if you complete that final stretch of work, it grants you long-term security, comfort. You're either mastering a skill or accepting a promotion, a new job, a raise, maybe something that, you know, or securing a new business, taking it to a level of turning profit, something like that. But something that affords you a significant increase in finances and probably a sense of security for your finances in the future. But it's like you have a choice about it. Someone can grow complicit in that place. Someone can decide to turn their back on their sure success before completing that final stretch of work for one reason or another. Yeah, and it's like you have a choice. Maybe you're stretched thin, your time is limited, your energy, resources. You could be working more than one job, working on more than one project, have family demands, who knows. It's different for everyone, but the Two of Pentacles indicates to me that you are stalling for some reason on your sure success, on accepting your fated opportunity, on completing that final stretch of work we keep talking about. And maybe probably juggling choices. And to me, I think it's the choice of whether or not you're going to move forward with that success. For some, it's the right choice financially, but it's not doesn't allow you to do what you love to do. And maybe that's why success doesn't look or feel the way that you thought it would. you're crossed with the or what you're faced with is the Three of Cups. That's why I said it looked like you would be celebrating. So I think you choose not to grow complicit. I think you choose not to throw away this opportunity. And so you end up celebrating, like I said, maybe not with, maybe yes with friends, but maybe, and loved ones, cherished ones, but hopefully not around the full moon, or hopefully not in the fashion of imbibing too much around the full moon. Of course, you can celebrate. You can do whatever you want. Just a suggestion. It's interesting because what you have here, and the Death card shows again, what you have here is this Eight of Swords reversed is how you're going to process that which you are faced with at the end of August. And then the clarifier, though, on the Three of Cups, which is what you are faced with, is the Eight of Swords upright. So, and then you have the Death card clarifying the Eight of Swords reversed. So, whatever you decide, whether you're celebrating your decision to move forward with your sure success, or to scrap it because it's not what you really want, celebrating that choice, whichever one you make, with those closest to you, allowing yourself to celebrate that choice with those closest to you, frees you from a self-imposed prison. At the same time, it may be those people's opinion that creates, or at the very least, it contributes to the self-imposed prison to begin with. You may think you have to make one choice over the other regarding whether or not you want to continue forward with your sure success. Whether or not you want to accept this fated opportunity. Because of their opinions and your own beliefs. They may contribute to that. Your own beliefs may be why they're part of your circle to begin with, and you all share that, and it can contribute to those beliefs in one another. Certainly can be. And so you need to own up to what it is you really want for yourself, to yourself, and whether you celebrate it with those individuals specifically or not, hopefully you can, but whether or not you do, you need to celebrate that choice. Or the message here is for you to, celebrate that choice. Like I said, it frees you from those limiting beliefs, that self-imposed prison. But there's also the path here that some Pisces can make the choice that they are allowing themselves to feel forced to make. And the advice is to just make that decision. Stop stalling. Just make that decision, and your gut instinct may very well offer you the truth that needs to be brought to the situation, to making that decision. And yeah, like I said, you're allowing yourself to feel forced to make it one way or the other. And there is the possibility of the path here for some Pisces that they'll choose the path they feel forced down and possibly drink about it because it makes them unhappy. And in that space, you know, Pisces, I'll say we because I have a North Node in Midheaven in Pisces, but in that space, we can act like that's happening to us. Oh, I have to take this job because of the money. I have to see this through because everyone expects me to. It's a responsible thing, and it's happening to me, and now I have to have a drink because it's so stressful, and now anything that happens to me because of that drink is not my fault because I was drinking. You know, and that's a victim mentality. When subconsciously it seems like you're processing the celebration of the correct choice, meaning the one that will really make you happy, the one that you really want, that will allow you to evolve. Subconsciously, like that frees you from those limiting beliefs. It's sort of like a cycle here. I just keep staring at it. It's like you wanting to free yourself from a cycle of limiting beliefs leads to it, and you can't really, in this case, you can't see what they were and how they were holding you back until after you just go with what you're feeling here. And it leads to a significant rebirth. What I mean to say rather is transformation, in personal transformation for you. And or those limiting beliefs were planted by a Scorpio, if that rings true for you. But still, I think freeing yourself of those beliefs. Probably a lack mindset around money that just showed up in the last reading. Or, around how much money you need to make, what kind of work you're capable of doing, those kind of things as well, possibly. In any case, this choice is a fated opportunity. Subconsciously, it's a success that you've been working toward for some time. Or maybe consciously you don't see it at all, but subconsciously you know, you have lined this opportunity up for yourself. But there's a choice, it's fated, and the, you know, in any case, you're on a path toward celebration regarding the choice you make. It frees you from limiting beliefs. It triggers a major transformation where you will shed what no longer fits to move into a new state of mind, a new state of being, a new way of being probably. And the advice is to stop stalling, to go with your instinct, to go with your gut, to go with what you believe is the right choice. Have faith, trust. It's like there's an illusion happening for you where neither choice looks quite right because it leaves you without being able to make the other choice. You can't choose both. And this transformation is really painful for you. It, you know, what you're shedding, what you're leaving behind is a loss that you're going to be mourning, and that is keeping you from making this choice. That is creating an illusion around this choice for you. That sorrow, that regret, that mourning around what you had to shed. It may be a significant, mature, divine masculine figure in your life, a father figure, etc. Or as an overall unifying energy message. The Emperor showing up on the bottom of the deck there could be saying that you know, could be talking about you taking charge in this situation at the end of August, in making this decision. And meditation is suggested with the Four of Swords showing up as the clarifier. Meditation is suggested. So when I said go with your gut, I don't mean, you know, make a decision in 2 seconds. Sit down for a nice long meditation session. Do that a few times, a few nights in a row, a week, you know. Go on a meditation retreat and come back with the answer even, you know. The suggestion is not to make a hasty decision, but just to trust your own instinct, intuition. Oh, that's right. This was up here. This was over here. And I'll get this eventually. I keep doing this every time. And I think your yeah, it just remains significant to you throughout the end of this month. And moving into the beginning of September that, again, you are incapable of holding on to whatever it is that this transformation requires you shed, let go of. This isn't the most comforting thing to say to people, but when change and life isn't easy, and I'm a Taurus sun and Aquarius moon, so two fixed signs, I get it. Change isn't always easy, and it is often very painful. But when it's not, when life isn't easy, it is good to remember that no one ever promised us that it would be. And, you know, I don't see that you'll resist this change. I just see that you will, that you're mourning. It's not that you will resist the change. I think you want to free yourself of those limiting beliefs. But somehow freeing yourself of those limiting beliefs takes, well, maybe these three friends. I see 3 cups. I see 3 cups. Like I said, it might be your circle that's contributing to your limiting beliefs, so you may have to free yourself of that workplace environment or social environment, that group of people, those energies. You may not be able to see them as often or in the same setting, or spend the same type of time with them. I'm getting you a future card from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot now. But yeah, so it may be people, it may be one specific person, it may be a version of yourself that you were really attached to, or an activity you liked to do, maybe an addiction like drinking or something like that contributed to your limiting beliefs. Or went hand in hand with them in some way. But yeah, whatever you're mourning, it's a big part of why you're stalling and taking your sweet time on making this choice, taking this opportunity. And it can be that, you know, deciding to shed yourself of those energies and limiting beliefs so that you can move forward and have the success is the opportunity itself, knowing that and seeing that. For some Pisces, that's the case. And I am going to read about this. What is this? Lunarticks Tarot. There that is. It's like it just fell from the sky. Oh, it was in this book. Okay. The 4 of Air, I think. I'm going to read directly out of the Dreams of Gaia guidebook. I believe it has a future position. No, not for the minor arcana. Okay, so the meaning though of this one, it speaks to routine, organization, understanding, and again, this is your future card. So, a cluttered and chaotic environment can give rise to a cluttered and disorganized mind, a mind that is unable to follow a routine that is conducive to productivity. Establish a pattern of regular cleaning. Sit down and look at your routine to see if there's time to be found that is currently spent on unnecessary tasks. It is time to look at why you are behaving in a way that sabotages your productivity and creativity. So again, choosing to shed yourself of these limiting beliefs, possibly people, habits. Establish new productive and creative patterns. Now is a perfect time to establish new patterns and habits. yeah, it's like it's faded, right? Scrutinizing your habits, both good and bad, will also increase your understanding of yourself. To be creative and productive, structured requires a structured day and the discipline to commit to your routine. Create an environment that supports your ventures. So that's your future card, and we will leave it at that. Oops. If you need a personal reading from me, Pisces, oh, well, we'll have to merge this video. So if you need a personal reading from me, Pisces, I do have 7 reading options now to choose from. You will find those below in the description of the video. And you can email me at LunarticksTarot@gmail.com. The free readings are now taking a month to turn around. I'm excited to be doing the free readings still. Please do reach out if you need one. But they are taking a month, so definitely expect at least a month of wait time for those. The paid readings, against all odds, are actually going out on time still. Those I turn around in 3 business days. So within 3 business days of your payment. And I now have rushed reading options, which I turn around in 24 hours. Again, all of those are in the description. When you use those PayPal links, when you pay for those readings, whether you go through emailing me first or not, you will notice the name Willow Growth associated with Lunarticks Tarot. That's just a business name that I don't have removed from that PayPal yet. I'm working on it. So that is one with Lunarticks Tarot. As far as the free readings are concerned in September, I may have said this earlier in the video, I'm not sure. Do be patient with me. I'm moving right now, among other things. It's very exciting, a positive move for me and my feline companions, but it happened unexpectedly and it's happening very quickly. So the general free readings as well as the personal free readings will be maybe a little delayed going into September as well. I think I did. I already mentioned the love reading, if that's what you're in need of, the eclipse reading, if you're still reeling from those energies. And otherwise, I just wanted to say thank you, Pisces, so much for all of your support, for reaching out for readings, for shares and comments and messages and donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please do like and subscribe, and know that I love you, Pisces, and I will be posting another tarot fix for you as soon as I can.